All right, we are on. Welcome back. This is What's Up, Doc, and of course my name is Doc Durden. And sorry about that. A little confusing. Don't know why, but we have confusing on our startup. But anyway, we are live on Facebook, and so we many ways that you can tune in, and please do. And my special guest today, Kevin Curtis. All right, Kevin Curtis, Navy SEAL. All right, so how cool is that? So he is a vet, and he's involved with Aflac, and he didn't bring the duck. I know, and I don't know why. But he didn't. Couldn't afford the duck. All right, can't do it. All right, so but he's very very informative, and I really like this guy. He's brilliant. He's brilliant. He spends a lot of time on Eddie Floyd's show. Eddie Floyd, he does have a good show, and I want you all to tune in to Eddie. He has some wonderful people on his show, and keep you up to date with what's going on. And of course Kevin here, he's involved with a lot of that information. That comes forward. All right, enough of that. Here's what we'll do. We do have to pay for this show, so I'm going to start with the advertising, and of course we start out with Wynema Ranch. All right, Wynema Ranch. All right, it's a sanctuary for wild horses, and let me tell you, it's a huge deal. And this is the picture. This is right out of their webpage, right there. Look at there. There has to be at least 50 or 60 head of horses right there, and it could be as large as 100, maybe 200 head. All right, this requires a lot of passion and a lot of time involved. 24/7. All right. There's no day off here. Feeding and the caring of these wild Mustangs. How cool is that? I live in Virginia City, and I have I have the luxury once in a while, about once a week, I'll have 5, 6, 7, 8 horses just kind of walking by, and I'll be out there having coffee when it's not so damn cold. I have to say, so that's a cool thing, and how unique are the wild horses to Nevada. So they took it upon themselves to go ahead, Wynema Ranch that is, to care and the welfare of these horses. So if you'd like to volunteer, if you'd like to be part of that, that's kind of a cool thing. It really is. You really get next to these wild horses, and it's very rewarding. And of course, there's always something for you to do. I guarantee you, there's always something for you to do. All right. And also, if you go to the webpage, if you like to donate, there's that possibility too. But I really would like to have you all get involved with the Wynema Ranch, because it's worthwhile. It's unique to Nevada. All right, so let's keep that going. All right, and now we have the Great Basin Highway. I keep on leaving that highway off. I'm sorry, Cameron, but here we go. The Great Basin Highway magazine. All right, that's taken in Winnemucca. That happens to be my photo. How cool is that? All right, I love it. But the reason why I do give you that is because I'm on page 47. 47 right there. That's the Westie Award. That's a coveted award. Some of the movies I've made. All right, right there. So if you want to read more, go to page 47. And also right here, I have 2 pages on the new Virginia City Insider. That'll be coming out I think another month. I think in April it comes out. All right, and that happens to be Cameron Hawkins right there, publisher, and that happens to be Linda Brown. She's a cast member of mine, and we were filming Leland, and of course Michelle Bachman. She stars in that. How wonderful, wonderful lady. All right, and what else? What else do we have? Oh, and then we have my book. This is my book, all right? This is Doc Durden, a living legend, living his dream. And boy, do I. Every day I live, I'm telling you, it's great. Absolutely wonderful, and especially me living in Virginia City. You know, Virginia City just kept on pulling at me. And now, for instance, I live there, and I absolutely love it. All right, Sandy Lene, right there, Nevada's author. She wrote this book, and I think it's absolutely wonderful. You may think it's wonderful too. Go ahead and grab a copy. As a matter of fact, there's a copy that's already going across the table. Yeah,
I like it.
Yeah, and another thing that we have right here is that any questions along the way. This is a little bit different programming for me. As you all know, I'm Arts and Entertainment, and here we have Kevin. Kevin is absolutely wonderful. You're gonna absolutely love him. Not only he's a good-looking cowboy too. All right. And if you have any questions, please call in 844-790-8255. All right, and also if you're interested in sponsoring this show, and you should be, because we are over 150,000 people reached. All right, in 6 months. All right, that's a lot. All right, and this is the biggest show. I reach more people than everybody put together. All right, this is a big show, and if you have any interest in sponsoring this show, please get with Eddie Floyd. He told me if anybody's interested, you give him my personal cell phone number. Okay, I'll do that. And here it is, 775-384-4444. Yeah, if you care to sponsor, I would love to have you, and we'll put you on the top show, okay? That's 775-384-4444, and that's Eddie Floyd's personal number. He wants to hear from you. All right, so what we're going to be we're going to be going to break right now. So come on back, and you're going to meet Kevin Curtis. All right, wonderful, wonderful man. All right, come on back. All right, bye. All right, we're back. All right, I caught it this time. All right, and all right, we're here with Kevin Curtis. I'm going to introduce Kevin, and he's going to go right into introducing himself and all the positions that he carries, and then we're going to be talking about the COVID. We'll be talking about some of the meds that are available that are kind of like wonder drugs, for crying out loud. It takes care of a lot of stuff that the pharmaceutical really don't care to carry. They want you to be ill the rest of your life, and of course that's been going on ever since. Well, for centuries, ever since I can't, ever since I've been born, it's been the same thing. And so anyway, we're going to try and clear some of that up. All right, enough of that. All right, welcome to the show, Kevin Curtis. Thank you so much.
Appreciate it, Doc.
All right, thank you so much. And please tell your fans and my fans who you are and some of the positions that you're in. Then we'll go from there.
Oh, excellent. Well, being retired Navy is great. Serving my country for a career was awesome, and I love it. And then afterwards, I didn't really know what to do with myself a whole lot. So actually, Aflac at that time was looking for some leadership positions, and through the DAV and the VA, they actually came across, got me on board. I came on, became a regional director, largest region in a short amount of time, serving people, taking care of the community here in northern Nevada and all over the place, working with large broker houses all over the country. And then, of course, came on and came over to Advo Health, and as of August 1st as the Chief Revenue Officer.
Wow, cool.
Yeah, short, sweet, to the point.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Go ahead.
But I tell you, I love what I do, because right now, a lot of things that I've done, they always are helping people throughout time. But right now, helping people is the most important thing. And that's really, truly what Advo Health has been able to do. The founder, Todd Lowe, and the CEO, David Gulich, who are my partners, along with Tom Pretzman, our Chief Investment Officer, that they came together with a great idea, and then they found me. I've been doing the insurance now over a decade, and just helping people in the right way and putting the power back in control of people's hands.
Yeah, and how wonderful is that to be able to get to receive great health care, all right? And this is, This is very, very difficult. I have health care well, it doesn't make a difference who by who, but I pay a great deal for that. But this is a supplement from Medicare. Kind of, how can I forget about Medicare, right? These are some simple things that I'm losing my mind on. All right, so we have Medicare, and of course I have a supplement for that, and actually they're very good. But I do like Kevin right here, and later on we're going to have to sign up for something else. I know that's where it's going to go because I just love what he does and anything. So now, what we're going to talk about right now is where COVID is, and as far as I know, this disease it is actually good and bad. This disease actually took care of the flu. All right, so we don't have any more flu, as you notice. All right, so COVID took care of the flu. It took care of all the heart problems that we've had and all the cancer problems. COVID has taken care of everything. It's just amazing what this disease has in killing people. All right, but as you know, every illness that we have now, it's contributed to COVID, and I don't know why they do that, but I know Kevin has it now. This was kind of like a made-up disease. It was kind of brought upon us for the pharmaceutical, all right? They make more money trying to cure this. If they create a disease, all right, now they're going to have to cure it. And the cure is a hell of a lot more expensive than actually making up that disease, and that's exactly where we're at today. So, and we're going to talk about that too. So let me know what you know about the latest on COVID.
Well, COVID has got a lot of different things to it, and there's a lot of different care, but you never know what you're going to get, and you never know what's happening. So you want to be educated. Would you agree? You really want to be educated on what's out there because you want to be able to protect yourself.
And that's why you are here today. All right, good.
Yeah, you want to be able to protect the family. So there's a lot of different things out there with medications and cures and being seen, and a lot of people don't even have the ability to go get seen. And so that's one of the scariest things out there right now, Doc. You really don't have the ability sometimes to go get seen. People have ended up losing employment over, shutdowns and things like that. We get gig economy workers, they want to work from home, and they don't really want to get out there in the public anymore because this thing has really scared people. But there's things out there like Advil Health's membership that's going to help you. And it's going to help you feel more comfortable in a lot of ways, but it's also going to put the tools in your hand to take care of you. It's going to help you get price reduction on those RX up to 85% off on different things. Mm-hmm. It's going to protect you. And it's not just something that is fly by the night. It's going to be there long term for you.
Okay, now when you talk about protection, you talk about the medical protection in case you get ill? Or is there other tools before that, before you get ill?
There you go. There's other tools you can be preventative, but there's also tools you can utilize like teledoc to actually go get seen by a licensed doctor to see really what's going on. Because a lot of times people don't know. They may think it's the flu. They may think it's COVID. They could think they need a medication or maybe a flu shot. Something simple. You never know. But you got to have a licensed doctor to tell you what's going on.
Sure,
because if you don't have that, what happens? You're unknowledgeable. And that's what a lot of things that are happening right now out there because people don't have the money to go spend to get taken care of. So we have created something at Advil Health to give you that power back in your hand under that Advil Health membership.
Yeah, and also, the red flag pops up when we talk about doctors. I don't know if they're in the caring for your health as they did 40, 50 years ago. They just as soon go pharmaceutical just that quick instead of actually correcting, or helping with the problem that you may have, whatever it is. And they're so quick to prescribe any medication. Well, let's try this. Well, if that don't work, come on back and we'll try this. All right. There's a kickback here somewhere. Okay. And this is the reason why they do that. So okay, having the ability to go see a doctor, is that the most safest way of doing it? Only because they have an agenda also, and sometimes it's money over health, and you find that probably time and time again. Is that true?
That's been out there, I will tell you, Doc, and I will tell you that when you go see some of these things and you feel the doctors being like that, you do want to caution yourself, and you want to take care of yourself. But I will tell you, Teledoc being number one at what it does out there, and our programs, it is a membership, but they're not tied in. They're not tied in together. The only way that they talk to one another is the fact if the doctor feels that you need something through Teledoc. And it's unlimited general practitioner visit, no cost to you. And when I mean no cost, it's part of it. So it's unlimited for you and your family, your entire household. For less than $1 a day, you actually can get access to a doctor that you don't know. It's not the next door doctor. It may not be the doctor you grew up with, but it's a doctor that doesn't have an agenda.
And this doctor is instituted with that particular health program?
It's with Teledoc. It's not a really health program. It's just telemedicine.
Medicine, okay.
So very rampant out there in the system right now. And it's taking care of people so people can protect themselves at home or anywhere they're gone.
Now, is that doctor available in Reno? Is that doctor available in Carson? Is that doctor available in Utah? Is that,
Those doctors are available wherever you're at, so you could talk with them, and they can even then reference you to a local doctor to help you too as well.
Okay.
So they can reference you in. So they want you to be taken care of. So it's not just take care of the now, it's take care of the big picture.
Yeah.
And they even give you second medical opinions if you needed it, no additional cost too. So there's a lot of things that are involved in it that are super exciting because it's changing the market. It's putting the control back into the client's hands.
And that is such a one. But now it's in my control. Do I have enough knowledge to be able to treat myself? So I do need other people and other expertise, whether it be a doctor from
Teledoc.
Heladon?
Teledoc.
Teledoc. I'm going to get this, folks. I'm going to get this. Teledocs.
Yes, sir.
Teledocs. All right. So now I'm relying on Teledocs, and I know you being here, this is a reputable place to go. Otherwise, you wouldn't be sitting where you're sitting. I cannot give information out unless it's unless I believe in it too. And Teledocs, I believe in Kevin's or whatever he's saying. I believe in it. All right. And this is wonderful too for me to have. The tool I have is you. All right. And you're telling me about Teledocs, and Teledocs, you are certainly have a rubber stamp all over that. And I like it. So I'll be looking more into the Teledocs program. You can bet. And I want all of you to go ahead and take a look at that. As a matter of fact, how can people get involved with Teledocs? Do you have that?
Yes, sir.
We going to break?
30 seconds.
All right.
Yes, sir.
All right.
So how you can get involved and check it out is www.youradvilhealth.com/AMM-WR.
All right, we're gonna get back with that. Right now, we're gonna go to break, and so this is a good time. So when we come back, we're going to give you that address again. So get your pencils and pads ready. All right, we're out. Come on back.
Awesome.
All right, we are back, and this is What's Up, Doc, and I have Kevin Curtis as our special guest, and we're going to continue on and talking about COVID, and for what I know, which is probably that much, this kind of like started about 5-6 years ago. It just happened to get out of hand here for a certain percentage of people that have all the money globally that invest off of our back, for instance, if we go under and it happens to be a lucrative company or whatnot, then they're right in a position to go ahead and buy that out, pennies on the dollar. And that's been going on ever since I know. And this is what's going on right now, unfortunately, because we're not working. All right, I'm going to give this back to Kevin because I want to know more about him, what he knows about when the COVID started. Kevin, let me know. What do you know?
Well, I'll tell you, there's a lot of things out there that they say. I'm not a medical doctor, and I'm not going to know everything about it.
Right.
But when they say that COVID started overseas and then it came over here, there was a lot of unknowns. A lot of people didn't know anything about it, and then all of a sudden it hit us, and we're all of a sudden shut down, and a lot of people were affected. And all over this country, it's put people out of jobs. They're out there. And because it put them out of jobs, the sickness just even spread even further. And then the country shut down, and now the country's starting to open back up. What I know is that those cures that are out there right now, we really don't know how things work and when they work and in the best way that they work, and we have to depend on the professionals that we look to give us those best ideas out there, and we really don't know all the answers. So to say that everyone knows every answer is probably not accurate, because there isn't, and I don't know it all either. Nobody does. If you show me a perfect person, told you before, show me a perfect person.
There's only one.
I'll show you live.
There's only one.
Yeah,
there's only one.
There you go. So I just think that there's a lot to it out there, so much today, in knowledge-wise. So when you say it started somewhere else and came over here and it affected us all, well, how do we protect each other? How do we look out for one another? What are those things that you believe in? What are those things that the community believes in? So where did it come from? Came from overseas. Everybody's, kind of dictated that. Came over there and came here. And now we're having medications. I'm sure you saw in the news, Johnson & Johnson.
Yes.
They just got emergency approval.
Yes.
By the FDA.
And that's the only one with the FDA. Is that correct?
It's one of the ones. There's several others that are in waiting.
Waiting.
That are super close.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. The only one I know about that has the FDA is Johnson & Johnson, and that's just been released in the last couple of days, anyway, that I know of, at least on TV.
And they had emergency release of others without
Yes,
all
no,
the necessary
sure.
approvals, but they did have release of others.
Yeah. And do you know if how effective? I know there's one that you need a booster. After you take one, you need a booster, and this is turned out to be a problem, with the two shots. Now Johnson & Johnson, I understand, is the one, and there's another one that has the one, and I believe that these you're able to take care of these on the shelf. You don't have to go into a deep freeze like the first ones. It had to be below zero or something like that. And of course, nobody knew how to handle it.
Yeah.
So a lot of it was spoiled and everything else. And I don't know if you were still being injected with medicine that was ineffective because it was like on the shelf. But anyway, as far as I know, Johnson & Johnson, and there's, I forget, Pfizer. I think they have one that like's on the shelf. Doesn't need any special handling. Yeah. And okay, so with that, now I was told, and of course, what's that mean? I was told. It doesn't mean nothing. But it started out here in America, where they were developing a virus, and it had to do with the Senate, and the Senate was involved and everything, and they got caught anyway. So I went to China. In other words, it went to China, and then China continued on, and we paid for it. We paid for their technology, and it went to China, then they got out of control, or they let it out because this was in the program anyway, because they were making the zillions of dollars for the cure. And that's exactly what's happening today. I guess for every patient, they're like making $12,000 for every patient for the duration, and then if you go on a respirator, that's $38,000. So it's just an incredible amount of money that they're making off the backs of us. And but there is a pill, and I forget the name of it, Oxy something. Oxy. Do you remember what the
exact pronunciation?
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
No, yeah. That's too bad. I have to. I'll find that out, and I'll put that on the text when I. But this pill here is like about $35 a dose, and it has, for instance. Everybody that took this medication has absolutely no symptoms whatsoever about COVID. And also, I think the military was involved on that as far as getting in on heart disease and things like that. And it was like hundreds and hundreds of thousands of servicemen were connected to this pill, and they came back with absolutely zero heart problems or anything else. It's a drug that's almost a wonder drug, but of course the pharmaceutical are not ready to step up on this because it will cost them zillions of dollars to go ahead and get a cure. So we don't want to cure it, for crying out loud. Let's go ahead and throw zillions of dollars at it so we keep the pharmaceutical people alive and some of the doctors that are subscribing to that, unfortunately. So do you know? Tell me more about that pill, or what you do know.
Well, I know that they're saying there's very low symptoms and things of that nature, and there's a high cure rate, but it's not necessarily a cure rate. It's actually you're not supposed to be sick with it. It's more preventative. They're trying to be proactive, not reactive. I would like to say something though, Doc.
Sure.
All the emergency management people, all the first responders, all the doctors and nurses, and all the LPNs and CNs and all those that really take care of us out there. You know, I just want to put a shout out to them because they've done some really great things.
Yes.
They put their lives in danger for all of us.
Yes.
And they've really taken care of us.
Yes.
You know, paramedics, right? You know, EMTs, all them. You know, the firefighters, the policemen, the troopers. They've done a lot of things, so I got to put a plug in for them.
No, I'm glad you brought that up because you're absolutely 100% correct. And when I say doctors, I'm not I don't think that I'm putting all these doctors into one little basket because I'm not. There are the ones that at least I know of that really don't care about your care. Here, take this pill. If it don't work, come back and get another one. All right. There is a certain percentage there, but not all doctors because exactly what Kevin alluded to. No, these first responders, they're putting their lives in jeopardy to care for us, and those are the people that I certainly tip my hat to, and thank you so much for being there for us. Absolutely, and so yeah, I'm glad you brought that up, Kevin. So continue on, please.
And knowing everything that's out there right now, and they say it's a miracle. There's never any one thing. It's a miracle. You never know. So that's the reason why that second part of Advil Health that we came up with was RX Valet. Because it gives you the top 37 medications at no cost in the U.S.
Oh, really?
So right now, like the flu season, one of the top medications is Z-Pak, right? For someone that would not be able to have insurance right now or different things, it's actually going to help you drastically because it's going to actually cost you nothing. Or anywhere it could cost you tens of dollars into hundreds, depends on where you're getting it.
Yeah.
So this also helps that. So that's why there's top 37 medications at no cost. And if it's not on there, it's up to 85% off. Even as pet medications.
Wow.
For people that have the pets, because you know they're family members too.
Sure, absolutely. And that's through what?
That is through Advo Health.
Advil
Advo Health.
Advil Health.
You're getting a call there, Doc.
How now this is absolutely cool.
37.
37 medications at no charge.
No charge to memberships.
And then the rest of them would be 85% off. How cool is that? Now that's excellent. And of course, the top 37 are the ones that we need. These are not just filler. This is not just aspirin. No, this is something that actually we need.
Yeah, there's diabetic stuff in there as well. Okay. There's a lot of different things that are in there. Even some of the top 37, any specialty type medications, up to 85% off too. So it's to your earlier point, right? There's a lot of people are worried about the fact that they're paying a lot of money for medications. Advo Health was created to put the control back into the client's hands, put the control back into the members' hands, so that we can take care of them now and in the future.
Is there a cost for this?
Yes, less than $1 a month. You actually for $29 a month.
29. Now listen. So say this again because this seems to be very, very reasonable. So let me hear that and slow it down so everybody can hear this.
$29 a month. You can actually go online and sign up, and your entire household is covered, and you get access to those two things we already talked about, and two more that we're going to talk about during the show too.
Now this is incredible in itself. Okay, now your household involves 10 people.
Yes, that's correct. Actually, 12.
12.
With about to be 13.
Okay. All right. This is interesting. How cool is that? I don't care how big your household is. All right, it's being taken care of. All right, we're going to break. All right, come on back. This is What's Up, Doc, and Kevin Curtis is in the house. All right,
yes, sir.
All right, we're back, and this is What's Up, Doc, and we're here with Kevin Curtis. I'm host, Doc Durden, and we continue on. I'm saving money here. The more he talks, the more I'm saving money. This is cool. All right. So he has. There's a couple more things that we really have to talk about because we're into the last segment. Believe it or not, we are into the last segment of What's Up, Doc. So there's two more things we need to talk about. And Kevin, let us have it.
All right, you got it, Doc. Well, and I want to let you know, American Air Assist, that's the third part.
Okay, let's say that again.
American Air Assist.
Okay.
American Air Assist. Now, what that is non-urgent care and flights to where you have to go. So let's just say you need a shoulder surgery, hip surgery, something happens. You could be on vacation, you got hurt, but it's not urgent, and they may just want to get you back home where you can get taken care of. Well, that's also a part of Advil Health as well.
Wow.
So that's really important.
Yeah.
And it could be anywhere. You might actually find that maybe here in Reno there might be something that could be done, but maybe the specialist you're looking for might be in Sacramento or might be in Texas. It could be in Washington. You never know. So we're going to get you that care that you need and get you there and back at 70% off usury and customary rates. So those are UCR rates is what they're called.
Okay, yeah.
So we're going to get you out there and we're going to get you back. It's almost like a medical tourism, if you will. It's kind of fun, but it's never for a fun reason, unfortunately.
Yeah, right.
But then the last piece that you have, Healthcare Blue Book. It's a #1 transparency tool.
Healthcare Blue Book.
Yes.
All right. Healthcare Blue Book. All right, here we go.
It's a #1 transparency tool in the U.S. It's being utilized across the nation. It can be utilized by zip code, states, locations, hospitals, anywhere. And you can actually search the best care for the best doctors for the best pricing. And that's where the rest of it comes in, where American Air Assist will help you get there and back and get you taken care of. And you can find it in Healthcare Blue Book. Those are tools that normally people don't get.
Exactly
they don't
right.
have control over their care. So we put that together so that you can take back, as an Advil Health membership, you can take back control of your care.
This is incredible. Now, say for instance, I was in France and I happened to get ill. What am I to do?
Well, that's awesome because you know what? They have to get you back to the United States. They have to get you back.
Same
home.
thing.
Yeah, so
Same
non-urgent care. You know, you obviously got to be stabilized. It's not urgent care, so you got to be stabilized. You got to be well. But that's where American Air Assist comes back into play.
Okay, so this is global, no matter where you're at.
No matter where you're at.
All right.
Yep,
How cool is that?
We've had people, unfortunately, and I say unfortunately because it's never good to be sick or anything.
No.
We've had people utilize it in different countries, but get home, get the care, you know, and you want that. You want that for everyone, and so that's where Advil Health came from. That's where it was created, because caring about people and caring about clients. Notice I didn't use the word customer because customer is like going to Walmart.
Yeah.
You know, you walk in the door, you get greeted, you walk out, they never know who's there.
Yeah.
Right? This is a client-based relationship, and we want to take care of you as a member of Advil Health family.
Yeah. You know, what's important here is only because I have somebody here that's very, very knowledgeable, and I believe him. He has my complete trust. So this is something that I'll definitely be looking into, and I might be able to save some money along the way, at least to get some great care, which I truly, I don't know if I have great care or not, because fortunately I've been very, very healthy along the way, and I haven't been able to use anything that I'm paying for. What I do pay for is something that may happen. All right, and so to have somebody here that knowledgeable about some of the health care and some of the treatments that I can receive at a reasonable price is something that is very interesting to me, and I know it's going to be interesting to you too. You just have to go ahead and look into it a little further for that, and you'll find it because it's right there. There's nothing being hid or anything. He's wide open on it. So I appreciate all that information because it's absolutely beneficial to me, and I know to a lot of people out there too.
And again, go www.youradvohealth.com/AMM-WR. And what you'll do is you'll find all the information that we talked about and a lot more, Doc, because we want to take care of you.
Yeah.
Those 4 pieces of that membership is so important because it's all the most expensive things. Because in your healthcare, most people don't realize it, but 30 to 40% of money that's spent on healthcare is medications.
Yes, I believe that. Yes.
It's expensive.
Yes.
So this puts the control again back into business hands, back into individual hands to take care of clients. It also puts in there teledoc, so you can actually see a doctor now. And for all those people, I want to take care of those people. We want to take care of those people that are out there that are unemployed right now and don't have anything and they're really worried. And you got families. Take care of them. We want to take care of you. Come check it out. Look at it. You're going to see everything that we talked about today is factual and it's real.
No, this is absolutely fantastic. I love it, love it, love it. But there's still, what kind of creeps up on me constantly is this COVID thing. All right, I'm sorry, because I don't know that much about it. So why, in your opinion, and again, Kevin's not a doctor, but he's been in the room. I know he's been in the room with many doctors, and I've seen the programs. So he's very knowledgeable, and he's very objective, and that's the reason why I like him. And so, why is everything, all the illnesses, all COVID? No matter what it is, they always put a COVID on the end of it. Do you know the reason for that?
Well, again, not a medical doctor,
right.
But I know that one of the biggest things, because COVID is making people so nervous and it's scaring out there, it's scaring them. So what they're doing is they're first checking to make sure that there is no COVID symptoms. But if there is an attachment to it because of the way that disease or that virus kind of works. So they're attaching it to it. And then they might say, well, this was a COVID death, and it was unfortunately related because there were some underlying issues. Okay, so they want to check for that first, because if they could take care of that first, that's the best thing to do.
Yeah.
Treat that first, and then hopefully any of the outlying reasons can be treated at the same time, in unison. Because that's one of the biggest things with COVID, is that it is on its own. But if you have other health conditions, and they've said this in the media everywhere, is that its life can be life-threatening. So you have to be very careful. That loss of taste, things like that. You get sick, heart palpitations, headaches. If you're having those type of symptoms, you want to be taken care of.
Sure.
Be proactive, not reactive. And I think that's where they're going. And so when they attach that COVID mark to it, it's because of some of the symptoms. It's not necessarily because it's just COVID.
Right. And of course, it's still very, very difficult for me to know that every time you go to the hospital or any doctor you see for some reason, and if you happen to die because of whatever illness, it's because of COVID, and that bothers me, and that's been around for a little bit. I don't know if they're trying to correct that and make it more honest, so we know kind of where we're at, because I know nobody talked about any flu this year, or the last year nobody talked about any flu.
Yep, that was interesting too, Doc.
Yeah.
They get nervous and they still say go get your flu shot, and they say do those things to be proactive. And I think that's where we need to be, is more proactive. We need to really take care of ourselves.
Yeah.
We really need to get out there and get that care and check ourselves out, because right now if you don't get checked out, you're putting yourself at risk, and don't do that. Don't ever put yourself at risk. Don't put your family at risk. Don't put your friends at risk.
Right, yeah.
Take care of yourself. Take care of them.
Yeah.
Because the most important thing, family, friends, people.
Yeah. And of course, there's a lot of people out there that think that this is just a sham too. The COVID thing is it keeps people in. Especially the seniors. They may have some cardio problems and things like that, some breathing problems, and they're scared to death, and they stay home and they don't go out. Of course, then again, if they don't take supplements for that, for instance, vitamin D. All right, we go outside and the sun takes care of it. It gives us vitamin D and everything, keeps us everything going. So what we try to do, we try to stay healthy as we can, and of course, if our body runs down because we're creating other symptoms, for instance, we're lacking in vitamin D, vitamin C's, and all this other stuff that we get naturally through foods and the sunshine and everything else. Now we're susceptible to some of these diseases that we wouldn't be if everything was running normal. So that's another thing we have to really look at, is that people are scared to death to actually leave, and some people have said that it's a hoax. It's a huge hoax, and it's unfortunately that we're involved in it, and there's a lot of people that have died because of it. Now, do you know people have talked about the stuff that's going in the serum? There's extra stuff that's being shot in. Now, what do you know about that?
Well, I will tell you, that's media, and I'll tell you, Doc. My dad was a very smart man. He never told me, son, don't ever believe everything that you read on the media.
Yes.
Just basically go in there and think for yourself and really look at what it is. I think statistically speaking, we're going to find out in a short manner if there's different things going on. I would hate to think that our government does that to people. I would hate to think that any of that would happen.
I would hate to think it, but guess what?
Yeah.
That's reality. Unfortunately, we can't even believe our government. We can't believe our government. Why is that? Because they've lied to us for so long. So long.
All right. Well, hey, come out, www.
Now, here we go again. This is the address for the last time. Now, jot it down. Go ahead.
www.youradvohealth.com/AMM-WR. Look forward to seeing you out there and take care of you.
Now you need to look it up. Look it up. It's going to be beneficial to you. Believe me. All right. I think we're out. All right. We are out on American Matters Studio. However, we are live Facebook, and I'll put this together. Just as soon as I get home, and this will be up for Tuesday afternoon. And so this has been a very, very enlightening, very, very good show, and I loved it. And this was Kevin Curtis, brought to you by Kevin Curtis, I have to say. And he's involved with the American Matters family. You'll see him on many other programs. I want you to concentrate on Eddie Floyd's show. He does have some great guests on there, like for instance Kevin Curtis. He's a member, as a matter of fact, the show before mine was Eddie Floyd's, and Kevin happened to be on his show too. But also there's another notable show is Health Matters. Health Matters, and that's involved with American Matters Media, and so I want you to check out that, and also Military Matters too, with all the vets. I want you to take a look at that. And all our shows, we have 20 hosts, and they're all very, very good. But these are the ones that I've currently have checked out, and I rubber stamp all of them. But again, Eddie Floyd really does have a good show going. He has some great guests. So anytime you see his name and where it says American Matters, Eddie Floyd, I want you to go ahead and listen, because some good stuff. Okay, we're out, and thank you very much, Kevin Curtis. He's been an absolutely wonderful guest, and I put him in the Petri dish because this is something different that we did. As you know, we're arts and entertainment here, but he was such a great guest, and of course we have to have him back. I have to have him back. All right,
absolutely.
so
I look forward to it.
Good. See
absolutely.
That he wants to come back too. I didn't scare him away.
Nope, I'm here for you, Doc.
All right.
I appreciate it.
All right. Thank you so much. And that was a handshake that you don't see. All right. I'm going to go ahead and finish.